This morning on National 9 Early News, John Howard's backflip on opening the Sydney Games, premium Olympic seats to be returned to the public, and Liz Hurley stuns Sydney with another first-night frock.
This is National 9 Early News.
Good morning. The Prime Minister has withdrawn from the Sydney Olympics opening ceremony, saying he's putting national unity ahead of personal satisfaction. Mr Howard has asked the Governor-General to perform the honours as Australia's head of state.
Within hours of Saturday's referendum result, with its overwhelming vote to retain the Queen as Australia's head of state, there was renewed pressure on the Prime Minister to reconsider his decision to open the Olympics.
Now that we've had this vote, the sensible thing to do would be for the Queen's representative to do the job if she didn't want to do it herself.
Initially, Mr Howard seemed determined to resist those calls, continuing to insist that he was the most appropriate person for the role.
In a country like Australia, the Prime Minister holds the highest elected office, and it seemed to me appropriate and justifiable that he should open the Games.
But the pressure to have the Governor-General, Sir William Deane, conduct the opening ceremony intensified when the New South Wales government urged both SOCOG and the Prime Minister to reconsider in the face of mounting public opinion.
I think Mr Howard probably is also hearing the same sort of message, and I would hope that he's man enough to respond to that by standing aside so that the Governor-General can open the Olympic Games.
Last night, Mr Howard decided it was time to heed those calls, formally advising the Queen he did plan to step aside in favour of the Governor-General. Sydney's Lord Mayor Frank Sato says it's the right decision.
The Prime Minister's position was completely untenable. There is no defence for him opening the Games. He is not the head of state.
But Mr Sato now wants to know why the Queen herself hasn't been asked to open the Games.
Sir William Deane will do a fine job, but Prime Minister, did you or did you not invite the Queen to do so, and if not, why not?
The Prime Minister is expected to discuss the matter with Her Majesty at this week's Commonwealth meeting in South Africa. Laurie Wilson, National 9 News.
SOCOG is today expected to announce that thousands of the best seats to the Sydney Games will be returned to ordinary Australians. But the pressure continues to mount on Olympics Minister Michael Knight over revelations almost 900,000 tickets were set aside for the rich after the public ballot closed.
Two memos telling a very different story. The first to Olympics Minister Michael Knight from SOCOG's ticketing manager Paul Reading in late August indicates almost 3.9 million tickets would go to the public. But just 10 days later, the next memo shows nearly 900,000 tickets had disappeared.
I mean, this is almost defying belief.
It's understood Paul Reading's department split the mystery tickets between the premium scheme and a contingency pool, but exactly where can't yet be explained.
To the best of my knowledge, no one on the board was provided with the information until after the ballots had been conducted and the tickets allocated to the public.
When Michael Knight asked